Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled The Equalizer 2. Let's get straight into the storyline. The movie opens aboard a train bound for Istanbul. Our attention is drawn to a Muslim man with a long beard and a traditional cap. He appears deeply absorbed in a book, but in truth, he's quietly observing a nearby family of three, a father, a mother, and their young daughter. Unbeknownst to them, the man isn't who he seems. He's Robert McCall, operating under disguise, blending in as a local. As the father gets up to go into the dining car, Robert approaches him and strikes up a conversation. The man asks Robert about his purpose for coming to the country. Robert answers that he's looking for a Turkish man who married an American woman and had a daughter with her. This man was abusive and had forcefully brought the daughter to Turkey with him. Hearing this, the man realizes that Robert is talking about him. He slowly gets up. As he leaves the car, he gestures to another man to take care of Robert. Apparently, he has an entourage with him, who proceed to attack Robert. But it turns out to be a terrible idea. Robert is a skilled former Marine and has no trouble taking care of him. Soon after, he sits opposite the Turkish man. As he fixes his sleeves, he asks the man to choose, either the usual pain or the excruciating kind. We now see Robert driving a black car in a city, working as a Lyft driver. He waits outside a building to pick up his passenger, Sam. Sam is an old man who is in the middle of a case, trying to locate his long-lost sister. Robert happens to be a very chatty person. He often interacts with some of his passengers while observing others. We also see Grace, the mother of the girl Robert rescued from the train, going into the office of her lawyer. There, she sees her daughter, safe and unharmed. The mother and daughter embrace each other, crying. All this has been possible because of Robert, and they are grateful to him. Meanwhile, somewhere in Brussels, a man named Calbert returns home. As he takes off his coat and walks into the dining room, hoping to greet his wife, he is shocked to find her sitting there, crying. The poor woman's face is covered in blood and bruises. Before Calbert can react, three men emerge, and one of them shoots his wife in the head, right in front of him. They then force Calbert to sit and put the barrel of a gun into his mouth. They pull the trigger. We then turn back to Robert, who continues his job as a Lyft driver. He arrives for his latest ride. A man helps a woman into Robert's cab. She seems to be in a lot of pain, but Robert doesn't say anything. It's clear she has possibly been drugged and raped. After a while, Robert rings the bell of the same man's apartment. He informs him that he took the woman to the hospital, where they found multiple injuries on her. After telling the man to do the right thing, the man tries to hit Robert, but Robert uses the guy's own card to cut him, before breaking his and his buddy's bones. By now, we know that Robert is not a man to mess with. He breaks his opponent's bones in the blink of an eye. All of this happens in under 30 seconds.
I expect a 5-star rating, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not for me, though. Make sure I get a 5-star rating, Junior.
Robert has been trained in combat and is nowhere near normal when it comes to fighting. Robert then returns home, where he finds an old friend and colleague, Susan, waiting for him. He is surprised to see her there, but gladly welcomes her. They catch up over dinner. She tells Robert that she is currently working on a murder case, the murder of a husband and wife in Brussels, along with her partner, Dave. The next day, we see Susan meet up with Dave as they discuss the Brussels murder before flying out to the location. They visit the crime scene together, and later we see Susan going to her hotel room. There, she is attacked from behind by two men. She does her best to fight them off before they corner her in the bedroom.
Who the fuck are you?
We see Robert talking with Miles Whitaker, a young kid who has offered to repaint the vandalized garden of Robert's neighbor, Kashia.
$250, I'd take care of all of this for you. Cash,
Okay, cash.
Robert then gets a call from Brian, Susan's husband, who informs him about Susan's murder. He flies out to Washington for the funeral, and later begins investigating Susan's death by reviewing hotel camera footage and crime scene photos. The two men who killed Susan are seen having fun when a cell phone rings, and as they pick it up, a bomb goes off in their apartment. We see that the person who orchestrated the blast is one of the three men who had killed the couple in Belgium earlier. Meanwhile, Robert has been digging deeper into Susan's murder. While studying the CCTV footage from the hotel, he meets up with Dave and shares his belief that Susan's murder was planned. Robert tells him something else went on in that room.
I had to push the floor number. I checked all the video. This was no robbery. Something else went on in that room.
He begins to study the case Susan had been working on before her death to determine whether it was related. We get a glimpse of the way Robert's mind works, as he imagines himself at the scene of the crime, working out what could have happened. He then calls Dave to update him. The person who committed both the Belgium murders and Susan's murder is left-handed.
I'll get back to you when I know more.
Keep me posted.
Later on, while Robert is driving a passenger, he notices the man behaving strangely. Sure enough, the man pulls a knife and is about to stab Robert. As Robert starts to swerve the car, he manages to hit the man in the face and soon shoots him dead, all while still driving. He later blows up the car with the man inside to get rid of the evidence, but makes sure to take the man's phone. The next day, he visits Dave at his house to tell him everything that happened. He explains that the man sent to kill him was sent by the same person behind both the Belgium murders and Susan's death. Robert places the newfound cell phone in front of Dave and calls a number he found in it. Dave's own phone starts to ring, revealing him as the person behind all the killings. Robert had figured this out beforehand, of course, but wanted to give Dave a chance to explain himself. Dave admits to all the murders, saying that he became a mercenary after feeling used by the government, and that he had to kill Susan because she would have figured out he was behind the Belgium murders.
Susan worked in a dangerous world, Mac. Could have happened any time by anybody.
It wasn't anybody, it was you.
It's not just me, Mac. It's all of us. Ari, Resnick, Kovac, all of us.
He then takes Robert to meet Resnick, Ari, and Kovac, the three men who carried out the actual killings. They were taught by Robert himself back when they were all in the CIA. Upon meeting them, Robert promises to take revenge for what they did to Susan. One day, Dave and his three friends head to Brian's house to kill him too, but they don't find him there. Robert had foreseen this and already taken Brian to a safe house.
Who's coming after me?
The man who killed Susan.
Angered, the men drive to Robert's house, where Miles is painting the walls. Inside, Miles senses something is wrong and immediately contacts Robert. Robert turns on the feed from his surveillance cameras and guides Miles to hide in a secret room.
Shelf, there's a book by Richard Wright, Native Son.
What?
See a button behind it.
I want you to push the button. Push the button, it'll open up, you go inside, you close the door behind you.
From behind a two-way mirror, Miles can see Dave. Dave, growing suspicious, is about to shoot at the mirror when Robert calls him, telling him he's at a place they both know.
Listen, since you're in my house, water my plants for me, please, because I'm not going to be back for a while.
Dave and his men leave. Miles steps out of his hiding place, thinking they're gone, but they corner him and hold him at gunpoint.
Hey, kid.
Meanwhile, Robert drives to a town where he used to live. The town is being evacuated as a storm is about to hit. Dave and his team arrive, forcefully entering the area by killing a policeman. They head to Robert's old house and search the property, but he's nowhere to be found.
Make an entry. Yellow house.
Taking high ground.
They begin scouring the surrounding neighborhood, but come up empty. Dave stations himself on a tower to get a better view and monitor the other three men, who split up to search for the ex-Marine. Robert's experience and skill far exceed their combined capabilities. He has set traps throughout the town, and one by one, they walk blindly into them. Kovac enters a shop, thinking he spots Robert, only to be shot through the head with a harpoon. Ari goes after Robert, but Robert catches him first and slices him repeatedly across the body. Resnick follows Robert into another shop and is blown up in a flower explosion. Finally, only Dave is left, still positioned atop the tower, peering through a sniper rifle. He manages to contact Robert and threatens him. Miles is stowed away in the trunk of a car. "I'll shoot him if you don't surrender." Dave fires a few shots, but Robert doesn't emerge. Just as Dave shoots at the car Miles is tied up in, Robert shoots the tire, causing Dave's shot to miss. As Dave frantically looks around, he turns to find Robert already on the tower. They fight. Dave tries to stab Robert, but Robert is too fast. He gouges Dave's eye out, grabs his knife, stabs him in the abdomen, and then slices his neck from behind, throwing him off the tower. Dave crashes onto the rocks below and is swept away by the ocean. Robert immediately rushes to find Miles, who is shuddering in pain after being shot in the leg. He carries the boy into his old house to tend to his wounds. Inside, Robert looks at a framed photo of his late wife, Vivian. As the movie wraps up, we see Miles on a bus headed to art school. A girl approaches him, and they begin to talk. Later, Robert's neighbor sees the finished mural, a painting on the wall that reminds her of her homeland. On the opposite wall, it reads, "I leave you with the best of myself." Sam is seen being reunited with his sister, Magda, a reunion made possible because Susan had found clues that helped Robert locate her. Having moved back into his old house, Robert looks out toward the calm sea.